YouTube crew, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. Now, today we're back with my favorite series, Why My Enemies Don't Shoot Back. You know, people are always so quick to comment on my videos sometimes saying, nice bot lobby. Oh, must be nice to have your enemies not shoot back at you. So today, I'm going to show you why my enemies don't shoot back. How do I get kills without taking damage? And we're going to be breaking down this game right here. Perfect 17 kills, 0 deaths in a 1.12 average KD lobby. Taking a look at how do I use my aim, movement, positioning, game strategy, and anticipation to get kills without taking damage. This is also going to give you some insight into how to have success in sweaty lobbies. Let's go ahead and drop into it. Now, as we start off here, if you watch my videos before, you know I love dropping headquarters or control, but this was actually member night, and for member night, we actually dropped living quarters. So I'm going to drop in. I hear one right behind me. I'm going to hit him a few times with the pistol, and watch how I use my movement here. His second shot actually misses, which is why I win this gunfight. His second shot right there missed, which allows me to win that. Now, don't beat somebody down with your fist. Beat them down with the pistol. It takes 2 shots, maybe 3 shots with the pistol. It takes 8 with your fist. So, information now. There is a bunch of people over in these other living quarters buildings, and I want to take a mental note of that. A lot of you tend to forget that information, that there's other people over there. You want to constantly be understanding where people are. I'm going to grab the DP27 here. This was kind of when the MP40 was still really good. It was pre-MP40 nerf. That's why I go with the MP40 over the well gun. But in the future, I would definitely recommend the well gun. I'm going to mount up here. I'm going to hit all of my shots before that guy could even move. I'm able to get this down as well, and the guy flying in. And let's talk about this last kill right here. I'm going to get this thirst. There's one down below. I'm going to switch to the MP40. I got him. I'm going to jump on him, hip fire a little bit, and he can't even react there. That's a team wipe. So right there, I get 4 super easy kills, only taking damage from that guy that killed me with the pistol. Now, mental note, there's still people over here. So I'm going to go ahead and push over. I'm able to get the down. I'm able to get the thirst, and look at the minimap. 2 people in the building right next to me. There was also one guy. I don't know if you caught him, but you should have caught him. There's one guy back on the wall here. Right? There's one guy right here. So the moment that I see 2 in that building and 1 backside, there's now 2 teams here. There's one guy pushing me down below. I'm able to take basically 1 shot there. Quick reload. And I'm trying to see if there's going to be somebody following him to kind of bait that a little bit. 1 down below, 1 across the street. Now, we actually hit really good shots here. We both do, and we both kind of break each other. Now, the thing I want to point out there is my positioning. I'm in a very good spot to get back into cover, get into a spot where I can start to replate, and now we're going to go ahead and push in. I get the down there. 6 kills, 12 teams still up here, and this lobby does die super quick. You know, I know 17 kills isn't anything crazy. This lobby dies quick, and we're not really farming anybody. Now, one thing I do want to say about sweaty lobbies, there are players like that. You just got to find them sometimes. That guy was clearly not a great player. He was probably one of the lower players in the lobby, but sometimes you got to find those players instead of putting yourself in the situation where you're running into the sweats and the 2 stacks. So we're going to go ahead and push over this way, try to see what I can find. Let's do one thing real quick. Let's get loady. Playing fast, and I want you to really pay attention to this. This is where I always say, even if you're in the middle of a fight, you can still get loadout. There's a bunch of people in living that I want to be aware of. As soon as I get that, I'm chucking it. All I want to do is get loadout down. Now, the UAV is a little bonus here. I'm going to grab the car so I don't have to rotate out in the open, and I'm just going to park it in front of our loadout for cover. Now, yes, that is a little bit of a high IQ play right there of me just having experience and thinking about those things. But that's where I buy loadout, I get it down, I get a UAV up to our advantage. Now I know there's 2 teams over here. I have information that I can start pushing. So overall, what we've seen is just a mix of really using information to my advantage about where people are based on mini-map pings. Obviously, now we have a UAV up. That guy's down. The other one's going to be down over to the right there, so we're going to go ahead and get that thirst as well. But nothing has been special thus far. I haven't had to use any crazy movement. It's been a little bit about positioning, a little bit about third-partying, and hitting shots. Part of having success in these sweaty lobbies is people aren't going to necessarily have a ton of plates, and that's something that we can capitalize on, is being able to win gunfights with people who may not be full plated. So we're going to go ahead and push over this way. We're going to pop UAV, and notice there are a bunch of people flying in. So as I'm pushing over here, I'm anticipating at least 2 teams. Now I got one down to my right here. So as I turn this corner, first of all, I don't want to challenge this immediately. Why do I not challenge this immediately? Because I don't want to get in a spot where he is now aiming right up at me. Right, so if I jump here and he is aiming at me, I'm in a really bad spot. But the moment that I see him kind of around the corner, I'm going to go ahead and challenge. Look at the centering. I hit all the shots. Now, Dan ends up snagging that kill, but that's perfectly okay. We're kind of playing a little bit more as a squad here. Now, 2 below me on the mini-map right here. I'm going to go ahead and push backside, and I notice him pushing this way. So I'm going to go ahead and try to meet him at the stairs. As I basically approach this, even before I get this next UAV ping that allows me to realize he's pushed back around this corner, I'm anticipating this guy around here somewhere. Now I'm going to go ahead and push back, and I want to talk about this, and I'm going to pause this throughout different moments. As I turn this corner, look at the centering, right? I'm anticipating this guy. There's the first shot. Haven't taken damage. More shots. Haven't taken damage. Broken. Just now started taking damage, and I'm hitting headshots. I take a plate and a half of damage right there because I anticipate that guy around the corner. Now, instead, what a lot of you tend to do, and this is where I talk about being ready for people, is instead of aiming around this corner and sliding around, you're caught in attack sprint right here, right? So now by the time we get to this point, it's still pretty close to 50-50 by the time you bring your gun down and start shooting. That's how I'm able to get that kill so clean. Immediately taking note of information. Bunch of people above me. Host Sway's about to go down. So I'm going to go ahead and start pushing up here. I noticed the ping. Okay, ping's above me, so we're going to go ahead and push. I want to talk about this situation. Dan plays this a little over-aggressive, which is okay. You know, Dan pushes out. Basically, there's two people here based on audio cues. There's one over towards this wall to the left pushing in, and there's one over here. So we got to play this a little bit more patient. I mean, watch how I play this. So I'm going to turn this corner here, get the down, get the thirst. I notice the guy pushing to my left. I'm just going to wait for him, and then I hit him with a little bit of movement, and I hit my shots. I'm going to jump to the left a little bit. This is that jump strafe that I've taught you. Jump strafe to the left, and I'm going to go ahead and hit all my shots. Boom, down, thirsted. We res Dan here. Now I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. I basically go through a little bit of a coaching moment since it was member night where I kind of walked them through the situation. Then bounty gets posted. Now we have enough contract or enough money for a UAV. We're going to go ahead and pop UAV. Now this guy tries to quick scope me. He misses and he pays the price for it. That's his own fault. I hit all headshots. I use a little bit of movement. The incendiary rounds force me down, but I do have self-revive, and my teammate's going to come. Dan's going to come over and res me here. Now, we're again going to fast forward. Notice there's only 4 teams, so this is a very dead lobby at this point, or else we could have had even more kills. Like I said, this is going to be a pretty clean 17-kill game. This lobby dies out. We got a team in tower that's being annoying. But as we're taking the gondola up to roof here, if you're looking to get better at Rebirth, I took my KD from a 0.7 to over a 4 KD. I know what it actually takes to get better at Rebirth. My whole goal is to help you. So if you are looking to get better at Rebirth, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below so that my content gets pushed to you a little bit more. And I do videos every single day. I live stream on YouTube 4 days a week. So if you want to know when I'm posting, when I'm going live, make sure you turn on the notification bell as well. Now I noticed that there's one in tower. We got one right here. We're going to have one over to the left. I didn't see Dan's name there, which is why I shot at him. We're able to get that guy. Now let's talk about game strategy here. One left in tower, and I want you to notice this in a second. He's up there. We see him. But he starts firing crossbows. Crossbows are very dangerous for the reason that you can get one-shotted out of nowhere. So I'm just going to play smart here. I'm not going to challenge that guy. I wish, and I talk about this a little bit here, I wish you could wallbang Lighthouse. I think that would solve a lot of issues in terms of having people camp there, but you can't as of right now. Now I hear one over here, 26.8. He's going to pop UAV, and I'm going to catch a quick glimpse of him. So I want you to pay attention to how I use my movement here and then how I hit shots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get in a weird spot. I'm going to shoulder this way, and I'm actually going to slide left, and then I'm going to jump right at him, and I hit all my shots. Boom. So I break that line of sight just a touch there, and I'm able to get that clean down and thirst. I take half a plate of damage. You could tell that guy was decent based on how he was shouldering that corner. I know there's one up above, so as I push here, I don't have to worry about this corner. I do have to worry about here, so I'm centering there, and I'm going to ready for him here. I hit all my shots. This guy has absolutely no chance. So we got 14 kills. We got 4 other teams still up. Haven't really taken a whole lot of damage, largely because of my anticipation. So let's go ahead and pull back here for a second. I want you to pay attention to this. I hear this guy, and this is why anticipation is so important. I turn this corner. Look at the centering of the crosshairs. I am ready for this guy. This guy is not ready for me. This is where you have to anticipate people being around corners and why you never want to get caught in attack sprint. Either slide around a corner. That's what I would recommend. Slide around the corner. Basically, center your crosshairs where you think somebody's going to be. This way, you can easily get to attack sprint if the person's not there. But if they are there, at least you're ready for them. So I'm able to hit all of my shots there, and that's a pretty easy kill. And again, I jump around this corner. I think I jump around this corner. Let me see. Yeah, so I jump around that corner to play a little bit quicker, but those crosshairs are centered, so I'm ready for that person. One up above, one still in tower. We only have 3 teams left. It's third circle. Third circle hasn't even started closing. This lobby is absolutely dead, which is part of what happens in sweaty lobbies because of the fact that, you know, some of the sweaty teams are beating up on one another. You want to get people out. Accidental team wipes happen. But right here, I'm trying to challenge this guy carefully, but notice how much cover I have, right? I'm so quick to pull back into basically this cover right here if I need to. Now I'm actually going to expose myself just a touch. We're going to start pushing in here. What I'd really love to do, and it just takes too much time, is just hold this guy out of zone. But he ends up jumping, and that's what happens. You know, you want to camp tower, and you finally decide to jump, you're going to get smoked. Now we got big game bounty, right? Big game bounty right here, 19 meters to my right. Well, he's not on roof with us, right? So where is he going to be? He's got to be down below. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge down below. I'm going to be ready. I catch him. You know, that's a pretty close 50-50 situation, except like I said, in sweaty lobbies, people are caught without plates. So that's a pretty easy win right there. We get the super UAV, or advanced UAV. So we got two other teams, one team to the left over here, one team backside chemical. Now, as we push up here, I'm going to catch this guy right over here. Boom, one tap, team wipe. We got 3v3 situation. By the way, why I don't like advanced UAVs. Notice how on the mini-map right here, it's a bunch of arrows, which is great because we see the direction they're moving. We don't know what level they're on. So I actually don't catch this guy the first time. There's a guy sitting right on roof that I don't see. He's right up here. He's right there, and he's going to snipe me. But the reason that I show this, and I want to really highlight this, is because I have cover again, right? I strategically didn't put myself out in the open because he can't thirst me unless he has a precision airstrike, a cluster strike. And by the way, I still had not seen that guy. I still did not know where I got sniped from. So as I kind of shoulder this corner here, I'm going to try to catch a quick glimpse of him. Now I see him. Okay, now I know where he is. But again, I have cover here. I'm in a really good spot. I shouldered the corner. He's going to shoot at me again. Dan and Josue are going to start going to work about rotating over to challenge his team. And I'm going to see what I can find. Now I have $9,500. So I'm going to push back down here. I'm going to go buy some stuff because this buy station's in circle. It's going to give us a huge advantage here. First thing I'm going to do here, my thought process is I'm going to buy a precision airstrike. That's going to do one of two things. It's going to allow me to thirst to kill, or it's going to allow me to push up into that building. You know, a lot of times I want to use precision airstrikes to give me a window to push, especially because look how out in the open this is, right? This circle rotation. I'm very out in the open here. I'm going to pop the UAV for Dan and Josue, who are starting to kind of, you can see them on the minimap here. You can see them starting to push around, right? They're starting to push into tunnel and get over into this building. I'm kind of just playing this angle, keeping track of my cover. I know they're around here somewhere, just not totally sure where. I'm going to go ahead and peek this way. I don't really see anything. I get this guy. I hit all of my shots there, right? That's where I talk about hitting all of my shots. Allows me to get that down. I'm going to precision. And now I start getting smoked. Now I am low plates here. I'm slightly out of circle, but still have plenty of time. I'm going to try to see what I can find, being quick. Super quick here because I basically don't want to go down. I don't have self-revive at this point, so we're back down this way. And what's going to end up happening here is Dan and Josue are going to really start to clean this up. Dan gets a down. Dan gets another down, gets a thirst. I'm peeking this way. They're so preoccupied, and they were preoccupied by me, which is what allows Dan and Josue to get in there. So there you really see how I use my aim, movement, positioning, game strategy, and anticipation to drop 17 kills in a 1.12 average KD lobby. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.